it's time to pick up the pace. To start off episode 7, we're going to be building a place for our animals. So we have added in all of the animals now. We also added in some nice pathways between that house and the factory. And I also added a proper roof end to the factory, and I think it makes it look a lot better. Now we're going to finish up the back end of the factory. The back of our building is now all finished, and we can come over here and we can take some dried kelp blocks from some kelp that we have just cooked up in our own thing, and we can then power this up and it will start selling our silver coins again. Well, currently selling our kelp, but we've also got loads of algal bricks built up, and should also have a bunch of kinetic mechanisms in here that I've just made up, because we will be able to use those to start working on the next chapter. So we have finished chapter 1. We can get some more kinetic redstone and some iron. And now what we need, the only thing we haven't automated in this process is the wood and, in a sense, the sand, due to it not being fully automatic. But then what we're going to go on to do is automate the sealed mechanisms, because that will allow us to make copper machines, which allows us to make things like the main thing is smart fluid pipes, which allow us to filter fluids. In order to automate the sealed mechanisms, we first need to automate rubber. So what we're going to do is place 4 arboreal extractors around this tree that I've just planted outside, and we're going to extract using pipes underneath. Our arboreal extractors are producing resin, and what we're going to do is have a chest here that will fill up with rubber, and I've got the andesite funnel on the back that will come up from down there. And we can go down here a second. And what we need to do is we need to take some fluid pipes. Now, make fluid pipes with 2 copper sheets and a copper ingot, and hook those all up to the bottom of these arboreal extractors. Then we can try and hook that up with a mechanical pipe, which is a fluid pipe with a cogwheel, and we can put that there. And if we take away that piece of shaft, we can put a cogwheel there, and that will start wanting to pull the fluid out if we flip it the right way. And if we flip it like that, you can see the flow of the pipe. However, obviously it's currently just going to get spat out, so we're just going to turn that off for a second. Now what we can do with that is we can take it and we can put it down into a basin. Now what I'm going to do is put a basin there. And what we're going to do along with that is we can put that one back there, and we're going to press it. Now, what that will do is it will get the rubber we need to get rubber, and that was compacting resin in a basin. So that should compacting as soon as there's enough resin in there to actually start compacting. You have to have that piece of dirt there, I believe, for the arboreal extractors to actually continue production. See, they are active. You can see that they're active there, so that should continue to work just fine. We can then take once we have the rubber from that, we can put that onto a belt, and we don't need that one there. And what we're going to do is have 2 fans, and that way we will be. They can go one block down, and that way we can have the rubber turned into cured rubber. So we have hooked pretty much everything up. We've got our basin filling up with resin, and that's just put a recipe filter on that so that it's only producing rubber, just in case anything else gets in there. And then we have a belt, which this should automatically output any solid blocks into this belt. And then the belt will go up there, and that belt will go up to the chest outside. We've got our fans making it into the cured rubber. There we go. Got that next piece going, and it will come across, and it should we should see it turn into cured rubber. There we go, turned into cured rubber, and now we just need to hook it up, and it will go to the chest, and that will be all fully automated. So we have our nice, neat, and tidy cured rubber setup with our arboreal extractors and our cured rubber coming up into a chest here. Might replace this with a drawer if needed, but it's probably going to be quite slow production for a while with just the amount of arboreal extractors we have. Now we can go on to looking and seeing that we can complete that those chapters, and can click that as well, and then we can just get a seared mechanism to finish off that quest line. And should have a few of the mechanical ones, kinetic mechanisms even, and be able to grab just one of those. And it then wants us to make a copper machine. And to do that, we will need to grab some copper plates. So grab a copper plate, or grab a piece of copper, take it into our workshop, and put it down on our press. And we need to also grab a log from our wood chest, running very low on wood, and put that in there. Copper chassis, and we can need to make up a bunch more of those and make a copper machine. And there we are. We have done the Copper Age. We can take all of that stuff as well, and that is chapter 1 completed. And we can go on to chapter 2, where we will start the automation of electron tubes, start getting into the next tier of precision mechanisms and making brass. So first thing we need to do that is setting up skystone grinding, water supplies, and a sand production, or temporary sand. We already have sand, and I believe that can be cut out pretty soon, and that we will be able to be dealing with the skystone fluid and the destabilized redstone, which is why we need the fluid handling pipes. Now that we have completed chapter 1, I wanted to make a wood farm, and I thought I'd just show you a good way of making a wood farm. Now we place those down. We've got these linear chassis, and we can place them down like that, and like that. There we go. And we'll need portable storage interfaces so that it can go between this thing and the base world. Just got the hopper underneath that and a chest set up for now. We can worry about that in a bit. Now, for that to stick together, I believe it does need super glue, that one. And I found that these, not that one, oops, that was a waste, but these ones too. So we're going to grab 2 deployers. I'm going to place them like that. And we can put half a stack of saplings in each of those. And we can put our mechanical saws down and try and sort those out. I'll just pick it back up again. There we go. That works. And some super glue there and there. And we're making a chest. Now that should be everything that's needed. We've got that all sitting on top of a cart assembler from Create. So that basically means that when that's powered and we put a minecart through it, it's going to turn this all into an entity and do its thing. So it's just interfacing with the storage, and then it's going to plant all of those saplings from the deployers. And then whenever a tree gets cut down, it will cut it down with the saws at the bottom. And it will always prioritize putting saplings back into the deployers before putting them into the chests. And that way it will always keep running. And we can wait until we get some wood from this. I thought I'd also redo the farm that we have down here. So I was going to put a cart assembler there, and we can then put a single linear chassis down. Now I was wrong slightly about the super glue. It doesn't need to be super glue. You can just use regular slime balls. So what we're going to do is have slime balls like that, and then we're going to have a portable storage thing there and a portable storage interface there, and that will then take that out and go into a chest. And then we can also place along our what's it called? Mechanical harvesters. That's what they are called, and that should be able to collect everything. Now we need a chest on here somewhere. So if we place that down, we can make up a chest quickly. And that will, just to give it some temporary storage. Now, I believe if we do that, that does need super glue. But I believe that is everything that is needed. If we just dig through here for a second, we can power up the minecart assembler and the rail here, and we can put our minecart through. There we go. It's doing the storage interface, and it will collect everything. And Okay, so what we need to do is we need to change the settings on the on the cart assembler a second. So what we need to do... Oh, wait, did that break it? Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, so what we need to do is take our wrench, and what we can do is we can choose between the options of cart always moves forward in the direction of travel. We can change it to cart moves and pauses at rotation, or we could have it as lock rotation, so it's always facing the same direction. We do want it to rotate, but we want it to pause at rotation, so we're going to change that pause at rotation, as you can just see the text coming off there, and that way we should be able to take the cart back. Oh, where's that gone now? Pick up the cart, power the thingy, push the cart through, and that should pause it. Oh, I don't know what it's doing, but hopefully that is collecting everything. We can try out with our phytogrow, see if that collects that. So it's collecting that, and the only question is whether that's actually ever going to store it. So I think we might have to redesign this one. So what we've done is set this to lock direction, and if we power that up, we should be able to see it moving. And I've just put in another set of harvesters, so that should be harvesting everything that we've got here and then depositing it into this chest, which looks like it is doing properly. So we can just grow up some flax and see that that is harvesting. Oh, and I should stop breaking everything. So, and it's breaking things because there's not enough light. I need to increase the light level. I think what needs to happen, if I can... I don't have any torches. Yay! Not enough torches. That should be enough light, and we can grab our seeds, grab our onions, and that should be enough to get things going, keep us fed. And yeah, that's our farm now. So in today's episode, we have automated cured rubber, we have made a farm, we have finished chapter 1, we have built a pen for our animals, and we have made a wood farm. Made a few adjustments to the wood farm as well, so that we had 2 wood types, and also the spruce saplings weren't wanting to grow when they were all on the inside, or if they were on the inside as doubles, because of how spruce trees work. But now we can see if we use our phytogrow that we can grow up some saplings, and it will all work just fine, and it is producing us a nice amount of wood. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button if you have found today's episode useful, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.